Something stupid. I saw something like this.
Hey there, soccer fans. Episode 62 with your hosts, João and Lou. Whee! You know why I'm singing? You know why I'm in such a good mood?
Let me guess, because I don't know. You have COVID? Is that?
All I gotta say is Mané Mané Mané, better than Sanye. Yeah, man. We don't have to get it
I like that.
when we get into the Sacer, we can go all in it. But I'm in a very good mood. I'm in a very good mood. It's very
Yeah, you look
exciting.
like you are. Good
Oh
for you.
yeah, yeah. Before we get into the soccer or the Sacer, as the kids say, I hope that catches on. I hope that our Sacer catches on, and there's like a generation of kids out there saying Sacer.
What did my wife call the new generation? Is a baby. What is it called?
Generation.
Alpha. She calls them the new generation is called alpha generation or something like that. So hopefully the
Hmm.
alpha generation can
Yeah,
start calling soccer saucer
Sacer.
and start
Yeah,
a new trend. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I want to
Give
be.
us some
I want to be.
credit eventually.
I want to be in the Urban Dictionary as the folks.
The founder,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
founder. I'll be the co-founder. Okay.
Of Sacer. You know, I want in the Urban Dictionary started from
You want
Soccer
some street
Stupid the
cred?
podcast. Yeah, exactly. Come
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
give us some
Why
street
not?
cred, man.
Yeah, man, we
Over
deserve it.
here, we deserve it. What's going on in the life of Louie? What's going
Oh,
on,
it's
man?
great, man.
What's great
Well,
about it?
let's talk about. Sorry, I'm gonna change the subject a little bit here, but
Yeah.
my Los Angeles Lakers are in the Western Finals, and guess what?
What is
Mike
this?
V. Remember we talked about the Clippers? They were supposed to be the team that were
That's right.
supposed to play the Lakers,
That's right.
and they completely self-destructed. They were up three
Oh
games to
man.
one.
Yeah.
They were up 3 games to 1 against the Nuggets, and the Nuggets somehow were able to find a way to win 4 straight games, sending Mike
Oh.
V's heart
Oh.
to the trash can, to the
Oh.
trash can, just like that.
Oh. Oh no.
So that
Tears.
was exciting. So my
I'm sure
Lakers,
there were some tears
oh,
that day.
you know, this was the year. I'm not kidding
Yeah.
you, Joao.
Yeah.
This was the year for the Clippers to be the new LA team, and they even changed the font on the way. I don't know if you've seen it, but the way that says Los Angeles
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
very like old English. It's like the old English kind of font that
Yeah.
makes it like very attractive to the eye.
Yeah.
And didn't matter. It didn't
Didn't do it.
matter
Didn't do it,
because
huh?
they
Were
self
they like the
destructed.
favorites to win? Like,
Yeah.
was the season so awesome that you're like, oh my god, yeah, these guys are gonna go all the way, and then they just didn't, and
Well,
that's why maybe it was even more heartbreaking because it felt like this is the year. I can feel it. This is the year. You know, that's happened to all of us, right? Where our teams are like the whole season they're looking good. Actually, it happened that one LAFC season, right? Their second season where they're like undefeated at home, the whole, and then they just like poop out right at the in the finals. They're not finals, but it was like right in the first game of the preseason or
right, right.
postseason. Yeah, same thing like
Well,
that. Is that the way it kind of ended up?
Well, the Clippers didn't end with the best record in the NBA,
Hmm.
but was because it was all planned out for them.
Yeah,
So what they did was we're gonna sit out our all-star players some games. So by the playoffs, these guys are gonna be ready, healthy, and what I mean, like they're gonna have that energy. So they were not planning to win the regular season as far as like records go, but
yeah,
in the playoffs they were supposed to be the team
yeah.
because they have the most talented players. They had Kawhi, I can't even think his name right now. Sorry, guys. Leonard, they have Leonard, and they have
Oh, Leonard. Yeah, Leonard's
Paul,
still playing.
yeah, Paul George, and they had a few other guys that are pretty strong like they're very talented team. And so the one thing that came to after the fact, they were saying that even though it was a great team,
Yeah,
they did not have the chemistry. They did not have the nucleus as a team to put it together,
yeah,
which
yeah.
it all makes me happy because, hey,
I was gonna
honestly,
ask. I was gonna ask, what kind of friend are you? Were you the friend when
I'm like a
they fell
Joao friend.
apart? When you
I'm
were
like a
like,
Joao friend.
or you
I'm the
like, oh,
Joao
dude,
friend.
sorry to hear about that, man.
Yeah, I'm Joao. So I
Hey,
make sure that.
I'm sorry to hear about that, man. I'm that friend.
Oh, like you mean it, right? Oh, you so mean it. It's worse when you pretend. You know that? It's worse when you're pretending to be nice. Because I know
It's
you're
not
like,
pretending, it's acting. Oh man.
bastard. So,
Yeah,
no,
maybe.
I'm a little bit straightforward. I'll tell you that I'm happy that you lost. Because that's how I am. I don't like to act. I'm just going to be, who I am. So, anyway, so
Yeah.
Gary P. and Mike V.
Yeah. And we
His
know Gary,
brothers.
and Soccer Stupid fans know Gary. He was actually on the show. He's the San Diego indoor soccer
What's the
maniac.
name of the team?
Right.
Suckers? Remember, like
I can't
Sucker or
remember.
something?
Yeah,
I think
something
it's
along
something
those
like that.
lines. Yeah.
Anyhow, anyway,
Mhm.
so it's a good day. It's a good month for me, even though soccer has completely abandoned me because everywhere I got, Barcelona didn't do well. Man City ended up not winning, any. Well, they
Hey,
only
it's a
won
new
the.
season, man. It's fresh.
No, what
We're
I'm
starting
saying is,
fresh now,
no,
baby.
we're still
Come
in the
on,
year.
baby.
I'm talking about the year. I'm not talking about the
No, but
season.
that's in the
I'm talking about.
past, though. Come on.
Well, I'm still hurt, so I'm hoping the Lakers are going to redeem my, myself here. So I'm
So
looking.
they're in the finals,
They're in the conference.
Western Conference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have 4 teams left.
Ah. Okay.
Two in
You
the East, two in the
call me
West.
when it's 1-1.
Okay, that
All
will
right.
be maybe
Call me when
maybe
it's the World Series of basketball. I'll be I'll be there. I'll be there.
the, the
All right.
UEFA of basketball. Is
The
that what you want?
UEFA of basketball. I'll
Okay,
be there. I'll be
I'll let you
watching
know.
every night.
So anyway, so that's my
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
I'm a happy camper, and right now we are winning the series against Denver. We already beat them
Mm.
once, and
Mm.
so tonight is gonna be game number 2. Just letting you know, man. I know
All
you
right.
you don't care, but just letting you know.
I might.
This
I like.
this is gonna
I'm a
happen.
LeBron. I'm a LeBron fan. I was for a while now, and then when he came over
Okay.
to the Lakers, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be good. Were you okay with that when that happened?
Yeah.
Were you
Uh,
not
no,
were you on the fence about it at first?
you know what? I love winning, and he's a winner. So I'm not against it. I was probably not a fan of his when he was playing for, Cleveland, Miami Heat. I was not a fan of his.
Yeah.
But hey, man, you come to LA and you want to give us another hardware. I'm
Yeah.
I'm all about it, dude. Like I was all
Yeah.
for it. I have a few friends that feel differently.
Lies. This
You know,
story really has holes in it. Come on.
well, as
You don't have any friends.
oh yes,
Come
I made that up. But one of my imaginary friends
on.
does not
Aww.
like LeBron. Well, because he's a Kobe fan. So there's this thing about Kobe and LeBron, and I'm like, yeah, but then like it's I get it, but if
Yeah.
we're gonna
Yeah.
win a championship, I'm all for it, man. Like I
Right.
I, I would like the Lakers to tie the Celtics in the championships trophies. So if the Lakers were to win this year, we'll be tied with Boston Celtics with 17 championships, Joe.
Oh man.
17
All right.
championships.
Let's hope. Let's hope. LA. I'm all. We need at least one LA team to do something. It's been a while. It's been a
Yeah.
while, right?
Well, hopefully the Dodgers are also doing well, right? So far.
Yeah.
So that who knows?
And
Maybe this might be our year, man.
yeah,
This might
and
be
this
our
I don't
year.
know if it's because of COVID or things that are going on in life. But this is like the first baseball season where I just really haven't been watching the games, paying attention. So I'll probably get pulled in. To get into the World Series again, I'll get pulled in. But I've been a very bad baseball fan. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, baseball.
Well,
I'm so sorry.
I was gonna say there's people that feel the same way you do, and my cousin is one of them. He was like, "Oh, what the NBA bubble?" He made it seem like it was all fake, like, "Oh yeah, whatever." It's like it's not real basketball if fans are not there. But like, if you're a real fan of the
Yeah.
sport,
Yeah.
you don't care
No.
whether there's fans or there's fans. You just want to watch and enjoy the competition. And actually, the NBA playoffs this year has been very exciting. And I'll tell you why. Because there's no pressure.
Tell me why.
There's no fan pressure, right? There's no screaming, fans. So if you can shoot the ball, you should be able to shoot the ball with no
Yeah.
outside,
But at the
noises and
same
stuff like
time,
that.
doesn't that also give you that rush? That the fanfare, right, with cheering fans, or even on the opposite end where you're the opposing team and people are booing, like that gives you like sort of a sense of like, I don't know, like a charge, I would think,
Well,
right?
I feel like to some players actually it does work out where they need the fan either to be
Yeah,
against them
I'm
or for
definitely one of those
them.
players.
But there's some other guys that don't like that pressure. Some other guys just want to play the game, and they score the ball, but when they get noise, they get distracted or whatever. So I see your point, and I think it can go either way.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
for the bubble, I would say like the fact that they don't have to travel, they're in the same place, and I think their sleeping patterns is not thrown off like it is in the regular NBA
Hmm.
season because
Yeah.
they're not traveling from the
They're like
East
they're
Coast
like
to
in
the West
basketball
Coast.
camp, right?
Yeah, pretty much, and so everything it seems convenient for them to play the game and not be like absorbed with other issues that may be in their lives because
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
away from their family. They're just focusing on basketball, So yeah, I'm hoping that my
Oh.
Lakers are gonna take it this year, Joao. I'm hoping
Maybe they'll do it. Maybe they'll do it.
it will make me happy this year.
I'm
And
all in. I'm all in if they do. I'm all in if they do. It's actually. I'm not even kidding. I've never been to a Laker game. It's like it's on my It's on my
expensive,
it's on my bucket list.
expensive.
Yeah, it is. It is, and it's always sort of been like one of my before I leave LA. I have to at
Where are you
least
going?
go.
Brazil?
I'm going to
Going back to
Brazil.
Brazil?
I'm going to Brazil. But let's see what happens
See,
in
yeah.
November.
Well,
We'll see.
also my story with the Lakers is that I cannot afford good seats, right? If anything, we can afford like the higher, the nosebleeds kind
And
of
those are
sections.
still like
They're
$60
still
or
pricey,
something like that, or 45.
but I've been lucky. I mean, this past year I was lucky.
Yeah.
One of my buddies, like he knows Kurt Rambis's son,
Actually, I remember that.
and
You got hooked up a couple
yeah,
times.
dude, like
Yeah.
I got to sit like near courtside seats,
Yeah.
man. I was like, this is
Yeah.
amazing.
When
And
you were a client for
when I
the
was a
company
client,
I worked at, and the sales guys hooked you up, what the heck, man?
and we got
We've been
fed,
there.
dude. We got fed. Like, I mean, I mean, I've been to a Laker game in the last 2 years twice. And
Yeah.
one was
Yeah.
by Deluxe,
Nice. Yeah.
by that company,
Yep.
and then the
Yep.
other one was by a friend of mine.
I'm gonna have to bleep that out now. Thanks.
I know, sorry, dude.
Jeez.
Anyway, so with the one that I got invited by my friend Ricardo, by the way, thank you. He actually, knows the son of Kurt Rambis. So we got seats where you can actually go into a bar. It's like a secluded private bar,
Oh yeah.
and you have your drinks and you
Yep.
have your dinner and stuff like that. It was
Yep.
just like A class, what's it called? Treatment and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it was cool, man.
I love that. Yeah.
But otherwise, I wouldn't be able to go to any Laker games.
Yeah.
Dodgers is a little bit more affordable.
Oh yeah.
You can
Yeah.
actually
You can sit in the nosebleed for like
right, and
$5 to $8.
or
Yeah.
you can sit at the pavilion, and
But
don't you get like hot dogs?
like 150 on beers.
Well, dude, I'll be happy already when I get there, dude. I'm already like, hey guys.
You always go to those things and you're like, I'm gonna buy one $15 beer. That's it. I'm only gonna buy one. And it's like five.
Not only that, but like if you have
What
friends,
the hell?
when you have friends, you don't want to
forget
be
about
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey man, here you go. Here you go.
Pay it forward, please.
Next time, buddy.
Yeah,
Next time we go to a
right. Sure. Yeah, I got the next one. Yeah.
bar.
I also had that one treatment only one time at Dodger Stadium. It was a client event too, and they had one of those boxes, and they had like free beer, like a fridge with like just a bunch of like IPAs and all kinds of beers. The food was laid out. And at the end, they had like a dessert cart that went by, and you got your like cheesecake, and I'm like, this is how people live.
This is the life.
This is wonderful.
This is
How do I
what's-
get here?
But you know what I did from a fan of the game standpoint, I'd rather be in the stadium and watching the games. I feel like I watched maybe 30% of the game because it's all schmoozing and because it's set up for just chatting and having fun.
Unless you're a
Yeah.
diehard
Right,
fan.
you're not sitting there like watching the game. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
I would actually prefer that, but it was cool to experience it, right? Yeah. what was also cool to experience was
winning?
EPL this weekend. Little bit of EPL. Man, I'm in a singing mood. I'm just going to sing the rest of the episode. Let's start with the Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. What happened there? Not a good start. Not a good start for game one.
Man U was doing well at the end of the season, right?
Yep.
Remember, we were like, "Oh man,
Yeah.
they're gonna make a lot of noise next year,
Yep.
or next week, or 2 weeks." Wow, whatever time that was.
Yeah, not game one. Ended 3-1 Crystal Palace, starting with a Townsend goal in the 7th minute. You're watching, and you're like, okay, all right. 3 yellow cards later, Zaha got Zaha in the 74th minute, second half, scored in a penalty. It's 2-1 at that point. Then Van de Beek scores for Manchester United. Finally, it's 2-1 at that point, and you think, oh, maybe, just maybe they'll equalize. Nope, can't get away from Zaha's perfect goal in the 85th minute. You ever watch Zaha play? He never felt. I can't remember where he came from. I just remember when he came to Crystal Palace, he didn't really seem like settled, like really kind of part of the team. He saw the skill there, but like he just didn't seem at home. Like he was, really like comfortable with his surroundings, with the team play, even finding kind of what he's supposed to be doing on the pitch. But in this game, this guy looked ready. I like Zaha. I'm a Zaha fan.
I like the name.
Zaha. It's like, who scored? Zaha!
More like this. Who scored? Zaha!
I like it.
Zaha! Did you see I step away from the microphone because last time you were like,
yeah, just like now when you did it right in there. But folks who are listening at home, I often get on Louis' case about yelling directly into the microphone.
The blue moon talking over here.
He the blue moon. Oh, Arsenal.
These beers are actually very weak.
They are. Oh yeah, they're like 5 points or whatever. Yeah. Arsenal beat.
I'm not an alcoholic, Joao. I'm not. I promise. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Man.
I didn't say you were.
Your face. See?
No, I didn't. What? This is a podcast. You can't see my face.
You ugly mug.
All right, I guess check it out on YouTube. On the YouTubes, you can see. I always forget to announce that we're also on the YouTubes. If you guys want to see our.
I like watching us on YouTube.
Bugs.
I don't know why.
Watch this beard. This beard grow. I'm on beard number 2 here. I was wondering what my beard would look like if I never shaved. If I would start having like a real situation. You know what I mean?
You know, my buddy, yeah. Sometimes I used to wonder that too. Like, if you were to be like in a place where you cannot shave, how would it look? And obviously, yours looks way better than mine. I'll be like trying to find a way to get it.
This doesn't look good. It's definitely beardy, but it's like it's getting to that. This is what happened to me the last time. It's like I'm ready to shave.
Is that I'm starting to think about it. Is that what it is?
Arsenal versus West Ham United. Lacazette starts the game off 25th minute in with a goal. Or you might go, goal! Antonio scores for West Ham. It's 1-1 at this point. 1-1. Goes into the second half. Somebody named Nakata? I don't know. You can't see it.
Can't see it. Your stadium background.
He scores in the 85th minute.
Nakata?
Arsenal takes it. They're looking pretty good.
2-0.
And I got to see William. Play.
Was he as spectacular as the first game? I don't think so. I think I watched a little bit of it.
Say spectacular.
No, because you know what? He was involved in every single play that Arsenal scored. That's what I meant. But I don't know what the I watched a little bit of it, and it just kept going back and forth, and I ended up not watching because I'm busy.
You sad bastard. Flash forward to early this morning, 4 a.m. PST. Tottenham Hotspur versus Southampton. Guess who won that game?
Barcelona. Are we
Ah!
talking about Spain, or what are we talking about?
Tottenham.
Oh my God.
5-2.
That is the game, dude. What's up?
The game.
Hey, you know what's funny?
Yeah.
Talking about this, we actually had this conversation, previously about my boss.
Lies.
Well, my boss is Korean, and he kind of looks like Son. Son, I'm not trying to be racist, but he kind of looks like
You're
him.
not trying.
And
You
so,
are.
so he sent me a text, and he was like, "Son, 4 goals," and I was like,
Yep.
"Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
Makes sense." And,
we've been
and I even
we've been saying this for a long time. He's probably the best player on that team.
right. That's what I told him.
Yeah.
I go, you know what, Joao and I, we believe that Son is the better player than Kane. Kane
Yeah.
is a striker, but
Harry Kane.
yeah,
Yeah.
Harry Kane.
Yeah.
But Son has the package, right? He can pass, he can dribble,
He's
and
got
he
quite
can,
a package.
good.
He's got quite a package.
So dirty. Sucio.
Well, let's start with the game. Danny Ings, who I always look at like, he's still playing. All right, and he's still playing, but he also look like he's doing. He was good on the pitch. I mean, he's like, he's scoring goals. But when you look at him, you're like, this guy is still. He's kind of like a Milner or some of these guys are probably like towards the end of maybe their not
Vardy?
careers specifically,
Vardy?
but definitely like
Vardy?
on top
Vardy?
class.
Vardy?
Vardy's one of them, but their skill levels, it's like they're getting better and better as they get older and older. It's actually quite impressive. So Danny Ings is one of them, scores 32nd minute, only goal in the first half. Actually, I'm sorry, first goal in the second half. It's 1-0, Southampton, looking good. Then, of course, our buddy Son scores in the 45th minute, ends the second half with a 1-1. Come back in the second half, who scores for 2-1? It's Son. The second goal. Who scores in the 64th minute? It's Son. In the 64th minute, he's scoring. And then again, who scores in the 73rd minute? It's Son. And then our buddy Harry Kane scores in the 82nd
It's almost
minute
like
with goal. He's like, give me one. Give me one, please.
Can I get one?
At least one?
Can you not make me look bad? Can you just still give me a little bit
one?
of credit? Yeah,
Just
a
one.
little bit of credit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
But it didn't
I don't
end
want to go home.
it didn't end until Danny Ings did score a penalty in the 9th minute, 5-2. Spurs.
That's insane, dude. I am surprised. Mourinho.
I can
what
see it
did
in your
Mourinho
face.
do?
You look surprised.
What did Mourinho do? You mean they started off losing against Everton, right?
Yeah.
And
Right.
I said, hey, Mourinho is in trouble. I mean, not that this game completely changes my perspective, but this is a start to a better season for him, because Mourinho, again, we talked about him, like how his philosophy of soccer, he's more defense, physical.
Yeah.
Is that going to translate with the Spurs? Is that going to be something that is going to equal winning to them? And so far he hadn't. Well, today, I mean, Crystal Palace, right? And so
What?
was it Crystal Palace to play? I'm sorry.
Against who?
Wait, the Spurs. Who did they play today?
We just talked about it. It was Southampton.
Sorry, I said something else.
Crystal Palace was the
Man U.
Man U game.
So anyway, hopefully this is a start for Mourinho, and it will continue, because he's not out of the out of the hot seat yet. He's still in trouble there, but I'm happy for them. We've been watching them, and the Spurs have been that team that inconsistency has been the name of it, and they had their chances many times, but who knows? Hopefully this is a start for something good for them.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it will. They lost. It was 1-0 against Everton last week.
Everton
with our buddy James.
James scored.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, Everton had a big game this weekend too. They actually they won. I think it was 4-0, 4-1. Can you check, Joel? Mr.
I'm looking.
EPL over there. Hey, Mr. EPL, what are you doing over there?
I'm looking it up. Everton played against West Brom, 5-2. 5-2. That was Saturday. We didn't go over this game, but
James.
James
James.
Rodriguez. I don't see him on the score sheet right here, actually. Oh, yeah, there he is. Jay Rodriguez scores in the 45th minute. Wow. And then West Brom had 2 red cards.
Woo.
That might have helped with the scoreline. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Well, hence Liverpool and Chelsea.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Let's talk about that beautiful, beautiful game today. Remember earlier in the podcast. Hey, what happened to you? You're shaking your head. You used to be a Liverpool fan. You were a Liverpool fan before I was a Liverpool fan.
Well,
and then I came in and I'm like, it's Liverpool for me. And now when they win or lose, you're like you have a real passionate response to it. Like you're shaking your head today.
Liverpool used to be my girlfriend, and you took my girlfriend, so I want nothing to do with my girlfriend. I hate her. I don't want nothing but
you think I'm gonna get sloppy seconds over here?
I got my sloppy seconds.
Well, regardless of your feelings, they win 2-0. It starts out with it's a very even game, I would say. Looking good. Before we even start with the game, they have a new player. Everybody knows Thiago, right? From España. Where did he come
Thiago.
from? Yeah, where did he come from?
He came from Bayern, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. He came from Bayern Munich,
because he used to play for Pep.
Yeah, and he also didn't Bayern just win the
they won everything.
UEFA and the
UEFA,
Bundesliga. This guy's coming off
your mom's cups. Or your cups. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and he's coming off like a silverware winning high, right? And here he is jumping into a team who won the league last year, and he wants to be there again when we win the league again.
Dude, that's a great pickup, by the way. No, I'm not even kidding you.
No, I was watching him because he's a new player, all this hype around him. Yeah. So I was kind of like watching him on the pitch the entire time, and he looks good, man. His passes are just like early on in the game. It's like he's just getting his feet wet. Like there's kind of he didn't kind of have his bearings down. Balance looked good, but he didn't have his bearings down. And then eventually, he started picking up. I think he had more touches than anybody in the game. And then every pass was just like bam, right to the foot. I'm very happy. I'm happy with this.
That's gotta be like a Spanish thing, right? Most of the Spanish team. Most of the Spanish great players are like the Xavis, the Iniestas. Now you have him. Yeah. It just seems like they are great at one thing. I wish they were better at striking. But
Yeah.
That's why they're not like that's why they're not elite anymore, because they don't have the defense nor the striking, but they do have the mids. The midfielders are great players.
Yeah. So, even game until Christensen, right in the 45th minute. Mané, it's a lob pass to Mané. Mané's got the ball. It's just him, and it's almost 1v1. Didn't quite get the 1v1, but you can tell Mané's he's probably gonna score. Christensen basically does like a
tackle,
a rugby tackle. Like he just literally just wraps his arm around him.
Do you even watch rugby, bro?
And he puts his body on him. I've seen some rugby movies.
You watched the Matt Damon movie? What's it called?
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
The South African.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Actually, I haven't watched it yet, but
I've seen. I tried to watch a couple games. The scrimmage thing throws me off a little bit, where they have to kind of push the ball, and the ball pops out of somebody's ass, and then everybody runs and tries to get it. I think you can get into it. I'd probably get into cricket before I would get into rugby.
It's like football without your suit or whatever you want to call that. Like your.
But this was a genuine tackle. This was I need to take this guy out, and he literally puts his front part of his body on top of Mané, and then he puts all his weight down and just brings him down. And what I don't understand is why he got the yellow card for that, and why we need to go to VAR for the red card. I mean, it was clearly you could have been I could have been making a sandwich in the kitchen, and seen that
angle.
it was
It's a
TV
bad
all the way in
angle.
another room, I would have been like, "Oh shit, that's a red card right there." You know what I mean? Like, what was that?
That's what I thought too, and I was like, "Oh, he just got a yellow card."
Yeah, no,
I'm good with that. I'm like, I'm okay with that. Like, let's move on. Let's do the free kick or whatever we're gonna
That
do.
was
Let's.
that was ridiculous.
But then they stopped it. I was like, oh man, this is not good. Because I know when you watch the you know, like what happened, you know it's gonna be like called back and be like, oh, this is red card. So
yeah.
once the review happened, I knew it was over.
Yeah.
But
You're a Chelsea fan. You knew that was a red card. There's just no way.
well,
He wasn't
not Chelsea
going
fan,
for the
but
ball.
it's a fair thing.
Yeah.
But you know, you and I were talking about this. As a player,
Wait,
what is okay? As you know, Christensen, was that a smart play to do, or who do you think you should have just let it go and just?
No,
You know,
I think it was a strategic tackle. Of course, I mean, I think. Actually, yeah, you thought the opposite. I thought it was a strategic tackle. I'm sure maybe he could have done it in a way where he's going for the ball, but I think he was too far behind. He had to take him out. Yeah, so I don't think he thought he was going to get a red card for it. I don't think he probably overshot what he was trying to accomplish there, right? But I think the right move, you know, would have been to take him down. Was again, he gets in front, forget about it. There's no way Mané 1v1 is not going to score with the goalie. It doesn't matter what goalie it is.
And that's fine. I mean, that's fine because you know what? Chelsea was playing well. They were playing well enough to score themselves. So yeah, if they would have gotten score, you know, 1-0, but you still have your whole squad, you know, you have a chance to come back and tie it. But now you're putting yourself in a situation where like there's no return. Like you cannot play Liverpool. Like not many teams in EPL can play Liverpool with 10 players. There isn't. Like Liverpool is that good. So it's almost like you have to concede a goal.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta let it go because because after that, dude, come on, 2-0, like in the first 20 minutes, I think, of the second half, right? Yeah. That's when it happened, like quickly. And it's like, because of that, you needed that 11th player to be able to compete. And
first 5 minutes of the second half, Mané scores in the 50th minute. And then 4 minutes later, another Mané goal. I love watching Mané score. He
had a nice little.
They always look good. He always just he puts everything into it. The first header, where it's just bam. You know, it's perfect, perfection. Like it's just. I'm such a huge Mané fan.
Yes, you
forget
are.
about it.
You keep reminding us.
Mané, better than Sonia.
Where's Sané?
What?
He left Man City, right?
He's in Germany.
Is he back in the Bundesliga where he belongs?
Over there, yeah.
Right?
Where he belongs.
Oh, he's
not
German.
Racist at all. Not racist.
No, he's German. He's German.
Yeah. Where he
That's what I meant by that. Jesus Christ. Oh my
So you should play in your country. So we should get all these Brazilians back to Brazil because they are annoying.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Then Leicester City. I only talk about Leicester because Jamie Vardy, baby, who did not score in this game. Surprising, I know. Burnley starts off the game with 10-0. Then you got a Barnes. Then you got an own goal. Then you got Justin scoring in the 61st minute. Then you got scoring in the 79th minute. Leicester wins 4-2. I wonder how well. I wonder if Vardy will stay on the score sheet. Vardy party score sheet. I mean, like, or the scoring record. Yeah. Thank you. I'm trying to say that. No, it's not coming out. My brain's like,
I can't get there. I can't get there. Nope, not going to give you the words that put together a sentence. No way.
We should have like flashcards everywhere here, just in case we forget a word. We're like, that's the word I'm looking for. That's the one.
But then, we can't call ourselves soccer stupid. You know what I mean? We'll just sound too perfect out there.
We'll be like soccer want to be stupid.
Yeah, we want to. Yeah, exactly. We need to struggle to keep it, keep it honest. What the hell is going on in La Liga? What the hell is going on in goddamn La Liga?
What is going on in La Liga, Joao? There's a lot of postponed games for the elites. Real Madrid hadn't played. Barcelona hasn't played yet. Actually, Real Madrid is playing right now as we speak. And last time I checked, they were 0-0. They're playing Real Sociedad. Barcelona hasn't played a La Liga game since the beginning of the La Liga this year. So again, they have played other cups. So I think they were playing a different cup earlier, but La Liga is going to be very interesting this year. Did you hear about Luis Suarez, Joao? Did you hear
Let me
about
guess.
Did you hear about him? Did you
He
hear
lost.
about
He
him?
lost his 2 front teeth.
He tried to bite you, and somehow you're not made out of meat. He
What
made
happened
a
to him?
U-turn. He made a U-turn.
What do you mean? He's back in Barca? Barca?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean, that's the
It's like
article.
Messi, right? I mean, he's not going to go anywhere.
Well, I
Without
feel
him.
like Luis Suarez and Messi, they have such a great relationship that I'm pretty sure Messi either convinced the management, ownership, whoever you want to call it, for him to be kept at least this year as Messi is. And so from what I hear, he's
Yeah.
going to be staying with Messi in Barcelona and see if they
Wow.
can repeat something great.
Where
For
was he?
the last year.
Maybe going to PSG.
Juventus.
Juventus.
Oh, he was going to go Juventus with your boy CR7, bro. Dude,
Interesting.
I'm a little bit like Juventus was. They made some big moves this year. Suarez was going to be one of them, and I know there was like another great player that moved to Juventus. So they are going to be a team to watch in the
Powerhouse.
yeah,
A
in
powerhouse.
You can say like Italy because I think they're like they're like the top team in Italy, and I don't think anybody's going to beat them. But as far as the UEFA, that should be interesting. This year is going to be a little different. But yeah, man, I'm excited for Barcelona. Hopefully, again, I have a year contract with them. Once this year is done, I'm done probably, or maybe not. Maybe I may come back. But right now, they haven't started yet. And the teams that are on top of the La Liga right now are the teams that you hardly hear towards the end of La Liga.
Yeah.
And that will be Granada's actually being a good team, like top 10 maybe in La Liga.
Still sounds like a part of California to me. Granada, California.
Granada, California, where the wineries are plenty, and
where we spit your wine.
And so you have Real Betis number 2, but they only played 2 games. I mean, they have 6 points.
Yeah, there's no point. There's no point of counting now, right?
Yeah. And then you got Villarreal number 3. So you know what? This team, they need to enjoy being on top of the league right now because things might change. Within a month or 2. So
if Barcelona lose this season, there's no way he's staying. There's no way. He's got to get out of there, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's weird, bro. It's weird how the politics. I don't know much about the politics, but it just who knows, man.
Wait, you're not in those closed door meetings in the Barca camp?
They kicked me out. Yeah, because I was
too many blue moons and too much
sangria. No, I had too many. What's it called? My secret juice. I forgot what you call it. My mystery.
mystery juice, mystery cup. Yeah.
Mystery cup. So they kicked me out. So Barcelona, they're supposed to start playing next week, and they play Villarreal, who's ranked 5th or 6th right now in the Liga. So, anyways, it should be fun, Joao. It's gonna be fun because we're gonna see if Messi is gonna be a gentleman and do whatever in his efforts to win La Liga, or he's gonna be like oh, I'm injured, I can't play. Actually, there is a discrepancy between Barcelona and Argentina. So Argentina is gonna start playing for the qualifiers.
Yeah.
To qualify, and so if Messi is going to play for Argentina in those qualifiers, he has to go. I think it's like a 14-day quarantine before you can play for the national team.
Interesting, yeah.
Which is going to conflict. Which is going to conflict in a few games to Barcelona. So there's your first drama, brother. There's the first drama. Is Messi going to be like, Barcelona, Argentina is number 1 for me, see ya? Or is it going to be like, oh, well, because that happens, right? When sometimes the clubs will tell the players, hey, we have certain things that you have to follow, and you cannot break them. And that happened to Di Maria in the World Cup because supposedly Di Maria was able to play, but Real Madrid said you can't play because we don't want you to completely be destroyed when you come back.
That's right. So, I remember that drama. Yeah.
I love it. That's soccer for you,
Drama.
baby boy.
Drama,
That is soccer
drama,
for you,
and
baby boy.
sacer. We love it.
Sacer.
Sacer. You know, one thing I forgot we want to follow these guys. Leeds beat Fulham 4-3. So Leeds is all goals.
I'm surprised that their defense is not that good. I mean, the coach is all about
No, but if you take just
Get
two
it
games,
together.
if you take just 2 games, they scored 4 against Fulham.
Three against-
and then they scored 3 in their
Against
opening game with
Liverpool.
Liverpool. So yeah, that's, if you do the math right, that's 7 goals in 2 games. I mean, these guys are, you know, newbies, and the with the big guys, right, with the big boys, and they're really showing their stuff. I'm excited about those guys. Let's remember to talk about those guys.
I know, I completely
forgetting,
forgot
yeah.
about them. And I was talking about La Liga right now. What's your problem, bro?
I'm sorry. What else is going on?
I
I only care about one league, baby. I know you're the La Liga half. All right,
Discrimination.
what else is going on in La Liga?
I finished, but
That was it. Oh, that was right.
There was no segue. There was completely like abruptly. There was an abruptly.
What do you want me to say? Talk about
Please, I have
sangria.
something else to speak about EPL again. I'm sorry. Can
Oh,
I? Is it
I gotta
okay? Is
apologize?
it okay? Is it okay? I don't even get that, bro. It's like
Oh,
straight.
I'm the worst.
No
All right,
Lou on this one, man.
let's talk about the games coming up. We're not done this week. Tomorrow, Manchester City play against the. Remember these guys? Remember these guys? Remember these
Wolves.
guys? Remember these
The
guys?
Giant
The
Killers.
Giant Killers. 12:15 p.m. PST. I will be taking a long lunch. Fast forward into next weekend, the September 26th. You got Manchester United versus Brighton. You have Chelsea versus West Brom. And don't forget, Sunday is Manchester City versus Leicester. That'll be fun. I'll be watching that. And Tottenham versus Newcastle. But that Monday is the game of next week. Arsenal versus Liverpool, 12:15 p.m. Oh my God. Another long lunch.
The new looking Arsenal against Liverpool. I'm excited for that one. I'm excited for that one.
I cannot wait. I'm just so happy to have my English footy back. My English footy. It's back, baby. It's back.
So for La Liga, we have Barcelona playing Villarreal for the first game. For the first game of the season.
For the first game and forever.
And then Real Madrid will be playing Real Betis. And right now, I guess, you know, first place and second place of La Liga for today, they should be okay being first and second, because Real Madrid and Real Sociedad, they actually tied at 0. So they're okay. And then we have Real Madrid playing Betis 9/26, which is next Saturday. So did I freeze? Because you froze.
I was pretending to freeze.
Oh, you bastard.
I want to do that at least once an episode. Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
This is you, though. You're right.
So, like,
You're moving a little. You're like a little kid trying to pretend he's dead. He's like,
wait, is that like what's it called?
Wait.
Like you have Parkinson's, you can't hold it out. Man,
Soccer Stupid took a new low right there. We just went wham, wham. Well, I don't think anybody listens this far into the episode anyway.
What's his name? Fox. What's his name?
Michael J. Fox. Yeah,
I don't think
we're gonna get a long letter. From he's a long time listener of Soccer Stupid.
He went back to the future and he saw that we were gonna be a big podcast.
He's gonna take us down. Hey, we are a big podcast. We're huge.
Bigger.
We're huge. That's HUCH. Huge. All right, brother. What do you think? That does it for episode Sissy 2. What do you think?
Sissy 2.
Yeah, man.
Sissy 2.
We're just drilling through these like. Give me an analogy. We're drilling through these like
fire. In the forest here in LA.
A little too close to home.
Like my neighborhood just got completely burned out. I don't know why. Hey man, stop
Okay.
like telling people like to celebrate like the birth of the child and use fireworks for that stuff, dude.
I
Come on,
know
man.
that's ridiculous, right? Ugh,
It's like you cannot do. People always gotta outdo someone else, right?
yeah, yeah.
It's just the weirdest thing. Like,
If it burns 23,000 acres, it's a boy. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous fad. Stop doing it. It's dumb.
dumb.
And this is not even the first time it's happened. Like I think
What
it,
are
hap- it happened with the last big one last summer. It was for the same reason. It was like a birth whatchamadoodle, the birth reveal or gender reveal party or whatever.
what happened to like just going to a restaurant and surprising your husband?
Yeah,
Whatever. That's what my
yeah,
wife did. Like we went to a restaurant and she's like, she gave me this like the what do you call like the X-ray photos, and then
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
what
yeah.
it shows, and then he said boy girl
And
boy
she's
girl.
like, look right there. See that? And you're like, yeah, that's a penis.
Dude, I was did that happen to you? I was very emotional when I was told
Hmm.
for both.
Yeah, yeah,
For
yeah.
Andre, I remember you could see like I should probably put the video on our soccer stupid,
You
but
should, man.
you could see like I go like I'm about to cry and I play it off like I'm not I'm not crying. You are.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm a man. Men don't cry. Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
man.
it's emotional. It's absolutely emotional. I remember it, and for me, I was very happy because I got
You had a
exactly
boy.
what I
That's why
want. I want a
you
boy
sexist.
first.
What was that again? Oh, I'm
Boy,
sorry,
a
I
boy
missed that.
first. A boy first. I think it's like every dude's dream, right? It's like let's have a son. Let's have a son to
To carry this.
yeah. And then I wanted a daughter the second time, and bam, I was like, oh, this is easy.
What did you want next, Rob? Like, I don't know. Like, it seems like
No,
whatever you want
two,
happens.
two,
Actually, you
two,
know what's funny though?
done. Two and done.
You,
Tell me, hey, tell me you're done. Oh yeah,
well,
you are done.
no, I'm done.
You got
Yeah,
snipped.
yeah, I did. But I also wanted two boys. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, interesting.
And
You sexist bastard.
no, it's funny how like you were able to get what you wanted. I was able to get what I wanted.
It's true.
So
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
thank you, universe. Oh
Thank you to
God.
the universe for more Olivias.
One of my boys gonna marry your daughter. Watch.
Oh God,
You're gonna be very upset
this
about
podcast is over. Hi everybody, this is the last podcast.
The
That's
last-
Soccer Stupid.
enemies. We're gonna be enemies.
Oh man, I'm definitely gonna be one of those dads that embarrasses, whoever's
Or you're
boyfriend or
gonna be that guy
girlfriend.
who's
Oh, dude,
like when they go to the prom.
Yeah.
What are you gonna tell that guy? You're gonna be like, 10:30.
Get in
10:30
there.
it is.
no, you know what I'm gonna do?
You better not touch her.
No, I'm gonna be like, he's gonna knock on the door. I'm here to take you out to the prom. Whatever. And I'm gonna be like, get in the car. I'm gonna make him take me around the block, and I'm gonna give him a whole speech.
You touch one goddamn hair in her head, you're fucking dead.
I'm just talking
You'll be
about the
like,
whole
I
time.
know people that will
I
take
know
care of
people who know people who know people.
Yeah, I'm gonna be that dad for both of them, because it changes your life. I mean, think about it, right? Like you have your parents, and then you fall in love, and then you move on, and you have a family, right? And it affects the rest of the family. Like your parents
Oh, it does, yeah.
your parents gotta get along with your wife, or whether they do or not. That's it. You know what I mean? It's like this is family, right? Regardless, right? So it's like, I don't want to be stuck with some dink. Reaching for the ham at the table before anybody sits down. Like, will you marry this guy? You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
So yeah, you gotta vet him. You gotta vet him early. You gotta vet him early. Yeah. If you can get through me, then you can get in the family.
You're good to
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
You're gonna be what's it called? Remember the movie Meet the Fockers?
Yeah.
Circle of Life, or what do you call them? The circle. Forgot what it's called, but
Yeah. I know what you're talking
you want to
about.
be in the circle or you want to be out of the circle?
Yeah. I'm gonna be that goddamn dad. It's gonna happen. I gotta practice. Right now they're too young. It's like when everyone wants to be friends. I'm like, get in the fucking car. And his kid's like 10.
Oh, I don't want to go. Can I just walk? It's only 5 miles from here. It's okay.
I'm here to take your daughter to the prom.
Get in the
Disgusting,
car.
Joao. You're disgusting.
I don't want. I just yeah. I can't. I don't want to fast forward time at all. Keep them young. Keep them little. This is when they're
Just
cute
yeah,
and they're having
just
fun.
leave
Yeah.
leave the moment.
Leave the rest out there. Oh God. Now I'm all anxious and mad and upset. I'm upset about the future. It hasn't even happened yet. I'm upset. Thanks, Louis.
You're gonna pay for everything you've done, Joao.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Kids.
Do you not wear shirts with sleeves anymore? You're all tank tops all the
Dude,
time now.
do you know how hot it is in here? You see this right here? You're lucky I'm wearing something. I
Sleeves,
should be
man.
like completely
Sleeves.
naked.
Yeah, I can't. I'm gonna try to do it.
Oh my,
You
look at
can see. I know. Look at this. You can see how much I wear t-shirts. Look at the difference.
that.
Yeah.
I just see like a big old blob of skin in there, bro.
Hey,
I
that's
don't
not
see
skin,
like
dude.
no
That's muscle.
definition.
That's muscle. There we go. Look, I'm Louis.
Hey, how you doing?
Sexy. Sexy. You look sexy, man. Do you even have a neck, bro?
Check out the YouTube video.
Oh,
You'll be disappointed.
you'll be disgusted.
Yeah, disgusted and disappointed.
You're gonna unsubscribe.
This is Winter Joao. Winter Joao, Summer Joao. Winter Joao, Summer Joao.
Oh man, look.
Well, yeah, you always wear it. You don't have sleeves, so you're the same color the whole way.
Wait. Well, yeah. Look.
Yeah, go over there. Yeah.
Well, I do look darker, dude. Every time people see me, it's like, Lucas, you have a tan. It's like, yeah, well, I live in Santa Clarita, and it's like 120 degrees here, and like we gotta take the kids to the pool. So yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time. My office is out in our backyard. So I'm sitting at the table out there. So I'm outdoors. Like I take all my calls on all my meetings out there. Now that the kids are indoors, and they say I talk too loud. Me, and of all people, talk too loud. My son does this thing where he'll be on his team. Either they do Zoom or Google Hangout, whatever, and they'll be in the class, and he doesn't want to he pretends that like nobody's around. So he's like, and, he knows the teacher's watching, all the kids are there. So he does this thing where he just goes, shh. Like he's trying to shush me without like looking like he's shushing. And he's like, shh. Like, all right, I'll go.
So wait. My question to you is, how do you deal with mosquitoes, dude? Because mosquitoes are like.
I let them bite me.
Do you?
Yeah. I say, have at it.
What about?
And then I complain. Then I complain a lot about it at home. Like,
Gonna get me to scratch me. No.
no, they get me. Yeah, it's nothing I can do about it. Especially like right around 4:35 p.m. They just like I'll be on the
Dinner
call.
time for them. It's
And
dinner time
I
for
look
them.
behind me and there's like 6 of them floating around. I'm like, oh, I'm done.
You know what I hate about it is when they buzz in your ears. Like just like hate that. And sometimes you feel them trying to get into your ears, but I guess your ear is like it's complicated. It's like a maze in there.
You can't figure it out.
So they tend to hit the same spot, like boom, and then they just get out. And I'm like, but you hear like young, and I'm like,
oh, I never do. Like when I moved out here, we have a lot of. We really do like a lot of camping trips, and I did an Outward Bound thing in New York, and I remember there was always a lot of mosquitoes like in the woods and stuff. But I never thought of California having. Hold on, I'm having like a throat situation here. Having mosquitoes. I was like, when we finally got the backyard, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna be out there all the time. And it's like I can't if I do a call like around 8 or a little earlier, it's mosquitoes, and then right around 4:30 is mosquitoes. It's like
it seems like you're catering to their breakfast and their dinner. It's
like, here he is.
And if you go out, at noon, it's going to be lunch. So it's
I think they got a hold of my schedule, and they know when my calls are, and they just come
like,
out.
oh, like their phone, their iPhone goes off like, hey, Joao's going to be out. Let's go.
Damn it! I'm okay. I get angry. I get so angry. Ugh. All right, brother. You watch some basketball. I'll edit this podcast, and then we'll chatteroo in episode 63 of Soccer Stupid, the soccer podcast. Mané, better than Sunny. Scores a lot of goals.
I'm leaving this meeting right about now.
Yeah, brother.
All right, peace.
Bye.
Bye.